Hi, everyone. This is Maffeo speaking. We're here with Filiberto Amati from Amati and Associates. And today we have our special guest from Hong Kong, Giancarlo Mancino, founder of Giancarlo Mancino Vermouth, founder of Bocktailed pre-batch cocktails, and founder of Sprezza, the real Italian aperitivo, and many other things that we're going to explore now. Giancarlo, we have a question for you. So we've seen, of course, during this COVID-19 pandemic, the hospitality industry as such is one of the industry that is struggling the most, unfortunately. And we've seen you very active in, supporting your clients and the hospitality industry as such, as a influencer, first as a bartender and mixologist, but also as a brand owner. We've seen you involved in the 50 Best fundraising that is happening now. I think it's launching in a week, if I remember right.
The bidding is happening on the 3rd of July, yes.
Yeah, would you like to tell us about it and what it is about, and maybe even help in
getting so first of all, thank you both of you to be part of this beautiful, friendly call and industry chat. Let's call it like this. As you said, it's for me it's always a pleasure to, let's put it like this. Actually, I always one of the success of my business is sharing. Okay. So it's not like 1980s, 1990s. No. Don't tell this, don't tell that. Don't tell my SOP. Don't tell this. Don't show down the logo. Don't show. No, I'm totally opposite. So more I share, more of course the jealousy and the like the very particular mentality of the people getting interested into the business. There is a little bit of risk, but I don't care. So basically, I don't care because the ideas I have, always a little bit ahead of what I've been doing it, and then I do it in a way that they will work, right? So it's not just idea. Everybody has a beautiful idea. They keep on the desktop, and that's all, right? So that's one of my strengths. That basically I have an idea, I'm gonna go for it. And this is one of the success of Mancino Vermouth when I was thinking about it in 2012, in 2011, right? So back to your question is like, yes, talk about a little bit of COVID, talk about a little bit the impact that we are going through at the moment with the situation of the industry. Personally thinking, personally see what is happening at the moment. To be honest, like looking at my business models, I think it's better than break even this year, right? Why? Because I've been cut off a lot of travels. I've been cut off a lot of ENT. When you do these invoices, you give it to the accounts, ENT, dinner for 2,000 euros, a hotel for 300, a business class, all of that. So we did some calculation. I said like, holy, I said, okay, this is very interesting. So basically, it's I'm always part of something that I need to shake your hands. I need to, hey, let's go for Negroni, right? So this is what I build my business on, right? Good body language. I really look in your eyes, all of that. Electronically, socially, with videos and everything is great. So, but what I'm going to do now from 2021 is doing what I've done in 2018 and 2019, which was the best years of Mancino, talk about Mancino only, but I'm implementing also what I'm doing today with you guys. So 2021, I'm going to reinvest, if not double of 2019, because I'm going to take the budget 2020 and re-pumping in 2021, not because I'm going to buy a new car or a new bike, but I'm going to take the money and pump it in with the P&L, the projects, the projection of 2021. So this is one of my strategy on each product I have in my portfolio, right? In my business, basically. In terms of everything, in consultancy, in Vermouth, in Bocktailed, in Sprezza, in my barware, all of that. right? So this is my 2021 plans, plus a lot of more videos, lives, and then using this instrument, let's call it this, to this platform to educate more people worldwide. I'll give you an example. While sitting 2 hours in a business class lounge, going to London for 3 master classes, I will include 2 more master classes, 1 hour each on Zoom, one for Budapest and one for Czechoslovakia, just Czech Republic, just to give you an idea, right? So I will implement what we do now today on top of what we used to do 2017, 18, and 19, right? So this is our strategy for 2021 and further, okay? So now, when it comes to supporting the industry, because we are still a kind of small brand, so Mancino today does 200,000 bottles per year, okay? Which is started 2012 officially with 5,000 bottles shipped directly to Hong Kong. Imagine. So that was my strategy. And the business is very healthy. We don't have loans. We don't have shareholders at the moment. We don't have partners. We don't have banks. We go sleep. We wake up. We do videos like this. And we see bartenders on Instagrams. Okay? And that's where we growing our business with the Mancino Vermouth, which is, I'm super proud on that. But we are keeping doing that, guys, you know, and these 3 weeks, we saw the amount of order coming in, which is beautiful invoices, but the volume is a bit lower, but it's fine. It's fine. It means that we haven't done any supporting until now. We've been supporting with our communications. We've been supporting, talking about the futures, but we haven't sent our team to the bar, say, hey guys, what do you need? We need the free stocks. You need a publicity. You need us to give you some more training. We've done a lot of trainings on Zoom of 40 people, 30 people. Like yesterday, we did a big Zoom with a big mama group from Paris and London and everything. They've got these beautiful restaurants, Italian concept and everything, which people queuing aside. And there were like 15 people that they're using Mancino, but they have no idea how to create volumes and to create that. So it's amazing, right? So that's what we've been done so far, supporting educationally the platform of the category of the low ABV. That's what we've done so far. Now, regarding the 50 best, to come back to your questions, Christian, 50 best, was in 2018 a very strong strategy for me. Again, because no partners, because no big impact on marketing. If JQ, if Forbes, if Rob Reports call me and say like, listen, give us £5,000, we give you cover for 1 year or that. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of person to think about that. And I don't think the brand is suits for something like this. Or plus, I can tell you more, all these wine and spirits challenge, you know, San Francisco Spirit Challenge, best awards, and Spirits Challenge, best liquids, and this and that. And we give you the medals, give us £1,000, you buy in €1 each to put the medals, you use the logo. No, this is again, no for me, right? It doesn't make sense. To a lot of them, great, it's great business, guys, creative, it's your business. But don't come to me to give you money, to give you the product, and then you tell me you blind tasting, and then you give me medal, bronze, for what? I don't understand. If you really want to do it, I believe in something. If you really want to do it, go and buy a bottle and then kill my ass. You know what I'm saying? So if you really the liquid it's worth it to be listed. So again, even from day one, not because I want to be say like, no, don't touch my brand, but it's like this is the directions of the business plan we put with Mancino. So collecting this year, we saw the growth. Then it came to the point. It's like, okay, Giancarlo, now you have to slow down because you have to do a little bit of marketing, right? Like heavy marketing. So knowing a lot of people in the industry, so I approach 50 Best. Very, very calm, right? Because, you know, I'm the smallest brand there, right?
Yeah, you're a very small guy compared to
Correct. So then I approach them in some directions with a lot of like a pulp like octopus, right? and and then it comes out that I did some calculation. It's like, oh gosh, can work, right? But then if I do that, then I need to totally brush off for what anybody will come close to me to even a 500 pounds advertising on a magazine, right? And that's what the direction I put, because I said, like, listen, I'm a bartender. I'm still bartending. I still do a lot of consultancy. 50 Best Bars is only to do with the direction of the bartending, of bars. This is the own trade that we are strong on it. I say, I think it's the right platform. And then if they are right or wrong, whatever they do their business anyway. They need to make the income. So if you go with that direction that is too much for you, so don't even approach them, because they are like, they're business. They need to make money out of it, right? So we know that. So then I say, like, okay, guys, don't let me sign with the devil. Let's start to 2018 in Asia, because it's my home. And that's what happened. So I put a check on the table. I was like, let's throw away this money. I remember 2018, it was October. I took from my profit. It's like, you know what? Take it. I say, take it. I say to my wife, forget about Maldives, yeah? So I say, take it. And then, to be honest with you, the amount of attention on top of what we had already, it was like insane. It's like, shit, Jesus. This was only 2018 Asia. And then I remember very well, I had this beautiful little stand at the corner in Singapore. That day we did the 600 drinks. And because it was my home and all of that, they were like, corner. And 50 Best came to me. It's like, Giancarlo, wow, what have you done? I said,
just be yourself.
Nothing. My stand, it was like the one NSC next to me, Altos next to me. It's like, it's your standard stand. I didn't create a stage, right? It's my brand. It's me with my team, and that's what we've done. It's like, very well done. We are very proud. Blah, blah. Okay, there was a little bit of the marketing sales points. Like, okay, come on board on the world as well, right? But then, you know what? Boom, 2019, I signed up with World and in Asia, right? And then again, it went extremely well, and we've been closer and closer and closer. Then I get started involved, because what I do as well in Asia, I'm the broker, and also I have some royalties for Urban Bar. I don't know if you guys know Urban Bar, but Urban Bar is an amazing company who does a B2B business. It also does amazing barware portfolio that I help them for past 10 years already. I help them to get into the market in Asia Pacific. So I find them distributors. So basically every distributor has a Mancino. I suggest them, it's like, guys, why don't take in portfolio Urban Bar? If your rep goes to the bar selling a bottle of Mancino and they will see a very good mixing glass or shaker, they're going to love it. Sure. So get a container in, you have a warehouse. So I think it's another channel for you to generate some revenue, right? So that's what happened. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and then it's been extremely successful. So Urban Bar, actually, we have an app now in Singapore. We have our warehouse in Singapore for Urban Bar. And that's why also Urban Bar, we just launched my silverware with Urban Bar, which is called Classico. I don't know if you saw it.
I've seen some pictures.
So there are beautiful silverware made in England, and then I call it Giancarlo Mancino Classico. There are 2 shakers, 2 Boster shakers, 1 beautiful bar spoon with the clams finishing, a beautiful mixing glass, silver jigger, and now we are launching a non-fashion and night bowl, which is a 1930, 1940 look and feel, basically, right? But what I've done with Urban Bar, so basically back to 50 Best. So I went to the 50 Best last year. I said, guys, but why you don't give any more trophy or something to keep in the bar? So you've done it until 2017. So bars, 2018, they don't have the shaker to say, first place, second place, third place. It's like, I know, because we didn't work out anything with Cocktail Kingdom. We dropped the idea. It's like, okay, let me step in with Urban Bar. So that's what I've done. So I put Urban Bar together with me, and we also give our shaker to the bars with my logo, Urban Bar logo, with the 50 Best. Wow. So again, so it's a matter of getting people together in a smart way, and then everybody has to make money. So you have to jump in a packet to think about that. Some people are going to get money from you anyway, but then at the same time, you need to get something out from them. So to work with the 50 bets, for me, it's been an amazing experience, but really, they take your money, but then it's up to you how much can grab out of them. They give you the platform. They have ideas. They put everything there. But if you don't go on top of there and then digging, you can stick like every corporate company what they do. You know, there is a corporate guy say they're sending this money to 50 bets and they don't use it, right? They don't know. So now regarding the recovery, so of course the countdown has been stopped. We didn't do the 50 best Asia. We did just a countdown. In the 50 best world is supposed to be in Madrid for the list and everything, but we still don't know if they're going to announce it or not. So they created this 50 best recovery, which is like we cut down the budget, right? And then we're giving activities for them to create an auction, to get money, to put in the basket, and then to give it to the industry. So basically, this is the idea behind. So with the Mancino, we created a very beautiful experience. We created a beautiful aperitif experience for two people in Rome. That you arrive in Rome, we pick you up with maybe with a Sprezza, we bring you to the 5-star hotel. We have a Michelin star cuisine, Michelin star dinner at the Palazzo Manfredi, 1-star overlook the Colosseum. My brand ambassador will take you around Rome for an aperitivo. The day after, she will give you an aperitivo culture in the bar at the Palazzo Manfredi, and then again in the night you have an aperitivo experience in the hotel. So beautiful. Then we had another auction. We created a Martini experience in Hong Kong at the Rosewood Hotel. Because as you know, guys, as well, I'm the official bar and beverage consultant for Rosewood Hotel worldwide. So yes. I do programs, and then I implement bartenders and bar manager to that network. And then also I'm involved with the design from A to Z, including concept and everything with the corporate office. Corporate office is the main platform where they use me to get innovations, get new designs, get new things happening. And Rosewood is an upcoming company at the moment, especially in Europe. They are expanding in Italy a lot. They're expanding in Amsterdam. They're expanding in London, new ones. So this is making me a very busy network as well. So for the experience in the Hong Kong Martini experience, again, same things. We pick you up from the airport. We'll give you this one, which we're gonna talk about soon. Look, cocktail.
Yes.
Yeah. So we give you this one. We give you this one. A limousine. Then you come to the bar. You have a master class of Martini cocktail. Then you go to the room. We have the butler to give you Martini cocktail as well. You go down. You have a Martini cocktail pairing experience at Henry, which is a steakhouse, which is beautiful. And then the day after is the other bartender to give you more experience of martinis. This is the second one. And then the third one is the last one, which is a 6 vintage bottles of Mancino, very unique in the box. So it's the whole vintage vermouth, all line up or 6 from 2012 to 2019. So basically, this is what we offer to the platform. And then again, launching on the 3rd of July. And then whatever money on beating they will make, they will go in this basket that they will supporting the industry. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's you sounds like a very busy person.
Yeah. I have a great team. I have a great platform that we are really constant. So we check emails every day and we reply Instagram every day. So that's our secret.
Nice.
No Saturday, no Sunday.
I actually have a question which is related to this, because we're talking about the outlets, and we were recently speaking to an industry veteran, and we agreed among us that with many players, outlets that are so impacted from COVID that they have decided not even to reopen, some of them, we think that a lot of outlets will actually disappear. So the question is, are we talking about mass extinction, which is what we fear, or it's just a survival of the fittest scenario where the players were less ready, less fit, less operationally. You know that running a bar, it's not easy. And making money out of a bar, it sounds easy, but it's not easy at all. Okay? So, of course, with the outlets closing, the outlets who are fitter will probably have more volume, more capacity to welcome customers. But I think there is a real risk of, meteorite wiping the dinosaurs out with this interim reality that we are trying to understand post-COVID.
Yeah. So,
what do you think?
Yeah. So, Filiberto, to be honest with you, I've been asking my question, a very similar question recently. Now, there are some countries which they've been shut down. Let's say it's an average, but I won't exaggerate. Yeah, it's an average of shutting down of 4 months. So let's say that every business has been suffered for a quarter of the year, right? Now, my thinking is, how can the damage can be so heavily if you shut down for a quarter, for 3 months, for exactly 90 days? You want to put 100 days? Let's put 100 days. So why 100 days can be so impact to your business? What does that mean? That you were or not a good manager, you are not good entrepreneurs, or you opened up business with a lot of debts and then it's been very difficult. So basically your business plan, it was not right. Yeah. Because when you do business plan, you have to also put the risk of strategies like this, right? So can shut down for tsunami if you are in Phuket, can shut down for an earthquake if you are in Japan. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is like, why the world is talking as this catastrophe in our business, which is only 100 days affected, which is a good 40%, let's say 30% of the year, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I know it's affected because you're missing the income, you have the cost, all of that. So the effect is there. But what I'm trying to say, it's not a 1 year that you totally gone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure a lot of our business, in this case, if everybody think about that, these shoes, then a lot of business, it was not real. Mm. So this is...
Look at Spain, look at Italy. You know that a bar has 30 days of cash. Correct. That's usually what they do. And by the way, in 3 months, they generate enough cash to put their money in the pocket and survive for the rest of the year. Yeah. I think that's part, and that's where I'm concerned, because of course it's not an healthy habit, but it's pretty standard in many cases. And that's risky for the whole industry.
Now a standalone restaurant and bar as well, I understand, because it's affected everybody. So we are the same boat anyway. But I think who's gonna suffer like crazy is actually hotels. That hotels, cruise lines, and airlines, that's where you find the actual cancer. That can be turned to, it's actually tumor, which can be supported with these 3 months, but can turn to cancer straight away. Because a lot of hotels in London, in Rome, all of that, they're talking about September, and now we're talking about 6 months of damage. That's what's my point. So now, if I shut down, especially in Italy, because at the end of the day, in Italy, we have at least 4, actually, including Christmas and all of that, we have 60 days holidays, right? Which is, if you look at it, it's a kind of another COVID is coming, right? Which will be August and December, right? Now, if they calculate that, maybe, okay, it's the damage. But I think now it's time to bloody work, right? So now this is my point. It's like, okay, wait a moment, guys. we shut down Italy because I know very well, because I've been suffering a lot because of my logistics, my transportations, my distilleries. You know, it's like August, it doesn't exist, and then goes back to the 21st of September. So means it's like 45 days that looks like exactly like COVID. I'm sorry.
I agree completely.
You agree with that, right? Correct.
It's in economic terms, it doesn't make any sense.
Correct. Now, this is my point. It's like,
and then we complain about the cost of labor, but the cost of labor, it's that high because we are very inefficient as well.
Correct. So now this is my point. Okay, fine. We lost it. Okay. A bar of 40 covers with an average of income between 5,000 to 6,000 euro, but very good bar, yeah? 5,000-6,000 euro a day. Fine. You don't have that $500,000 income of euro for these 3 months. But wait a moment. What is your cost? It's your place is yours. You pay rent. I'm sure the rent in some countries has been helpful because of the government, all of that. So this is an excuse. But why they put an excuse in the middle? Because the money that will not come from anybody to give it to you. Or maybe it's an excuse that you don't want to do these businesses anymore because you become smart that you can do business on Zoom. You don't want to do the bar anymore. You shut down because you don't want to pay your bank, maybe. I don't know. You know, so there's a lot of things. But then again, I feel inside me a lot of sorry about these people with a lot of chain of bars, a lot of chain of restaurants, a lot of chain of that. But guys, close it. Somebody else is gonna go there and make a panino mortadella fund again, man. You know, so yeah, fine dining is gonna disappear. We know that already. Food truck is gonna come back again in the meantime. You know, smart restaurants is gonna come in. Local places is gonna grow up again. Less expensive spirits in the world. You know, stop making a gin that costs 70 pounds a bottle. I don't know. That kind of things can be now back to reality. That's what I say. What is, back to your questions, guys, what is the COVID for zero? I say to everybody, let's go back to reality. You know, or let's go. Correct. And let's go back to the campo sportivo. No, let's say who can really can play now, and then help each others, and then let's see if we really has ideas, and then score a goal. Done.
Yeah. And Giancarlo, let me ask you this question. Like, so you've been a top class mixologist or bartender. How do you like to be called, bartender or mixologist?
No, barman.
Barman.
No. So bartender, barman, mixology. Sorry guys, I don't know where that word comes from. It's smart. It's cool. It's beautiful. It's very trendy for magazine writers. But personally, if somebody in my face tell me what is I mean mixology, maybe I say okay. I don't know.
I think this is very much in line with what you said before about let's go back to reality. You know,
correct. You see?
Absolutely.
No, it's fine. I think it's a cool word, but I don't call me mixology. Let's put it like this.
Okay, that's a good start. So yeah. What I meant is that, I mean, you've been a top class barman, as you said, and what made you choose to jump the fence, to jump on the other side of the bar and build your own brand?
Very, 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 very simple. I was in London. I was with Salvatore Calabrese for 3 years. That was 2002, 2005.
Okay.
And I was the head bartender, martini, frozen martini, pour over like crazy. I was the head bartender, white jacket. That's where I met my wife. We've been together 17 years. We got married 7 years ago. Beautiful story behind. And then I say, shall I be like Salvatore here running around until 11:30 midnight at 50 years old and, with the black jacket and dealing with all these mad people around and fighting with FMBs and explain to the general manager why he makes more money than the general manager, like that kind of direction. It's like, no, I'm sure this career is beautiful, but I don't want to be with the belly behind the bar and try to be a bar manager in the hotels, which is, I love hotels. That's why I signed up with Rosewood. That's why the direction of my business as 5-star hotel. So I live in a 5-star hotel. I consult a 5-star hotel, and then I study 5-star hotel, and then I love 5-star hotel. Okay. So for me, that is my actually energy to create everything, right?
We feel it.
From everything, like mini bars, experience and pick up, laundries, experience in the rooms, butler service, the whole thing. Love it. So, and then I say like, so I'm going to create something that I'm going to stack in this industry, and then something that I'm going to link these two together. And that's what happened to become a consultancy company for 5-star hotel and top restaurant owners, all of that. So that's where it started. It started when Salvatore called me one day. I said, Giancarlo, I'm leaving the hotel, and then I want you to come with me to go to 50 St. James, which is the bar he opened in Piccadilly. I was like, oh shit, Salvatore, no, don't put me in the casino. So it's gonna be a wild stuff, yeah. So I was like, no. I was like, let's talk about it. In the meanwhile, I had the CEO of One and Only. I don't know if you remember that company, guys.
Okay, yeah.
One and Only, which is a family of Kerzner, which is South African company. Beautiful. And they invited me to Mauritius from London. So I took my wife. And the good thing is, as soon as we landed there in the hotel, it was so Connery at the bar drinking martinis. Wow. And then I supposed to train the people for 10 days to make a classic bar. Can you imagine that? So, so we had a couple of days off because of a long flight and everything. And then I started to work, and that's where all started. So I went back to London with the contract. I told Salvatore, you go to 50 St. James. I pack up with my wife. After one and a half months, we fly business from them. We went to live in Mauritius for 9 months. Wow. Finished set up with them. I moved to a little bit of Bahamas and then back to Maldives. And then we opened up about 5 properties with One and Only. After that, Taj Hotels and the Oberoi called me to India, where I went to live in Bangalore, where my wife was going to kill me. So we landed in Bangalore. Instead of finding Sean Connery, I found a tuk-tuk that the size of the luggage, they was not going to in the back of the tuk-tuk. And my wife's like, are you crazy? From the luxury you brought me to Bangalore? My wife in the hotel, it was like the windows closed for 2 months. She was so scared to get out in Bangalore. Can you imagine? But Bangalore, the end of story, Bangalore, after 3 years, somebody made me my first Italian restaurant. I was 29. I had a €4 million Italian restaurant under my name called Giancarlo's Place.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? After all the success in India, so I opened hotels in Guwahati, Delhi, Rajasthan, the whole Oberoi with Ratan Tata, with all the Tata group. And then I was teaching at the Oberoi school. Beautiful. So and then in the meanwhile as well, I was doing already a lot of Maldives, Thailand, Vietnam with all my consultancy platform from London, because I used to have a sole trader company in London called Giancarlo Bar UK Limited, right? So after that, we did the restaurant that we sold it after 9 months because we were very successful. One of the shareholders of those investors, they came to me and said, we want to buy you out. I said, tomorrow morning, bring the money and I leave in 1 week. That's what happened. So I took some cash, like, boom, in the airport in London. And then after that, I moved to Hong Kong. I moved to Hong Kong because they called me the Ritz-Carlton Hong Kong, the tallest bar in the world. So we give the support and consultancy for them as well. And that's when I realized that Hong Kong, Asia, it was going to make me entrepreneur. That's all started.
So that's how you started.
Then after the Ritz-Carlton, I went straight away with the Bombana, which is a 3 Michelin star chef in Hotel Mezzo, which we took the 3 Michelin star together actually. And that's where I implement in Hong Kong all the barware. They were like Italian restaurant drinking a lychee martini, mojito, and caipirinha. Can you imagine that? That's where I brought in the Italian classics, Negroni, old fashioned to the culture of Asia. That was exactly 2011. Huh?
Giancarlo, let me ask a question.
Yeah.
to a young bartender who's starting his career in 2020, what is your advice? And in other words, what wish you had known when you started that you know today?
That's a good one. There was a similar question on a live few weeks ago. I suggest that everybody has to do the same things what I've done. Some things. If you have a potential that you know what you do, that you can jump behind the bar, you can make a martini from hell, and then you can jump to another bar where you can make a Negroni that nobody tasted before. And then when you're off, you're sitting at the computer, you can draw an Excel sheet. Or when you get an interview, spread a little bit of experience. If you have the capability, step out from your employment situation and then get to, I don't know, Africa, maybe now, like the way I did in India, go to Africa, I did do something. So this is the message, like some things like everything, products, make a bar spoon, make a coaster, make a t-shirts, make something, do something, but do never forget to step behind the bar and make at least 10 drinks a week. That's what we're doing. I have a beautiful bar here. We have a Gibson every Friday. Tonight I'm cooking in America with the Zoom. I'm making a risotto with the Mancino Secco. My brand ambassador making tiramisu with the Mancino Bianco. The other ambassador making 4 drinks. So we need to always still bartenders. Don't forget that, because that's the basic of what you can be done. It can be transform your career. So for me, anybody can come and inquire Mancino, inquire this, inquire that, but I will never lose the roots. So I'm gonna go still do my talks and still go and make the Negroni like the way I've been doing the whole rest of my life. So that's the message for me very clearly. You want to use Rotto Vapori, you want to European mixology, keep yourself for what you do now, transport it everywhere in the world, and choose a country where you can think, you can make a business, which nobody does things there. And that's what I've done as well. Imagine me in India, you know, there's still some videos, you check it out, Giancarlo Sprezza, guys. So funny, man. That country, I haven't done the military, guys, but that country, when we left, me and my wife, is like, sometimes like, Jesus, we've been in India? So that kind of thing. We were in like, I don't know if it was a nightmare, a dream, a balloon, I don't know, underwater. We were like diving for 4 years. We don't know. It's like for us, it's a flash. You know the Minority Report, the movie, when you say like, that kind of thing. It's just like, sometimes I wake up in the mornings like, wow, remember me driving and killing the cows, that kind of thing, right? So it's just like very interesting, very interesting.
So let me ask you, Giancarlo, like you talked about it. I think that this is what, you know, from what I see, I mean, this is what makes you stand out versus other brands, you know, like you are a power anyway, but you are, you know, you have been behind the bar and you are still behind the bar. So that makes you, you know, the ability to connect with people. Yeah. You know, that's your added value, you know, versus let's say definitely. Standard corporate type of person, you know.
Correct.
So what I felt, and I felt it also in my corporate career, you know, like there is a bit of in the last years there's been a detachment between, you know, the actual bar and the corporation. You know, there are these big brands that are struggling to get into the key opinion leading outlets, you know. So imagine I'm a brand, I'm a big brand, I don't want to mention any name, but you know, I come to your bar at the Rosewood in Hong Kong, and it's like, do you want to do a cocktails with me? And in the old times, I mean 6 months ago, even, you know, they would say, I'm never gonna put your brand name on the cocktail. This is what I feel, you know. But now, you know, we are seeing a lot of collaborations. You know, we've seen, you know, a lot of cross collaboration between top bars in London and Singapore and Hong Kong and New York. And is that changing, or is it going back to brands again, or how do you see it?
No, right. So the close collaborations, the close relation with the head bartender of the group, this is one of the secrets of our brands too. And then also the other secret is the selection of all your importers. Super important. So the two combination, the formula is like you. So, you know, sometimes, you know, I give you an example that happened three days ago, guys, which I'm very frankly to say, go live, no problem at all. I had a massive problem with Dante in New York, yeah? Massive, like huge. So I came to the point to tell the guy who's handling, which is not there anymore, and that was April last year, right? Knowing as well, I had the feeling that 2019, they were going to be the year, right? Somehow. And they won, right? The best bar in the world, 2019, yes. Right? Yeah. That's why in April, imagine the best bar in the world come out in October. In April, I approached the guys. It's like, hey, thank you guys to use Mancino. Let's do something more, blah, blah, blah. They came to me. They say like, no, we want to do a vermouth pop-up, blah, 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 blah. So we started like this. So we started, so I started to bring few 50 best bars, Uncorked from Stockholm, and then Barcelona, Paradiso from Barcelona, to create an American tour, right? But while this programming, the guy, which I don't want to say the name, but everybody knows, the guy who was in charge of Naren, who was acting, Naren, saw the name anyway, Naren, yeah. He was acting as the owner, which is not the owner, so he was actually the head bartender. We start to have very serious personal issues, but not only with me, also with the organization, right? So it came to the point that I canceled the party, and then I make sure that my rep in New York went to Dante, pick up the bottles of Rinomato and Mancino and remove out from the bar. I said, don't even try to buy Mancino anymore. This is me to the best bar in the world. Can you imagine that? But listen what happened. Somehow this year, no, then October, when they won, the owners and somebody else, they came to my party in Qualinos, because last year in October, I made 1 week party. Like it was like a disaster, right? So one of the 2-3 guys of the Dante, they came to my party in Qualinos. It was like 300 people, beautiful, all the bars from Asia all get together, like beautiful party. So they came to me, it's like, stay away from me, just like this, huh? Just don't talk to me, just like this. Very arrogant bastard, which I didn't like myself, to be honest with you, right? But then I said like, okay, I said, no, Giancarlo, we just want to apologize, but I just want to say your message that something is changing and we were not the one you think about it. It's like, okay. So anyway, COVID, we reconnect together. Yesterday, they just opened a larger Dante in West Village, just next to Employees Only.
Yes, sir.
West Village. They opened yesterday. They put back Mancino in the largest one. They put back Mancino in Dante, the old one. And also, we're doing a collaboration because they are making an Americano in a can. And we're making collaboration. They're using Mancino Rosso on that. So the damage of the place, it was the particular the bartender that even the owners, they didn't know how much damage he was doing with that. But they appreciate, the guys, they appreciate my attitude, because I say to them, it's like, guys, I don't care who you're first or the second or everything. For me, it's the relation I need to have with you. So if we've been talking every single day for 3 months with the Dante group, just to make it happen. You want a price? No. Do you want a price? No. Do you want a me? No. Do you want the whole that kind of things? And let's go back to your questions. Today is everything to do to be a nice, bloody person. That's it. Then business, if you're strong on business, that your margin is low, you give a quality, this is the secret of me. That's it. Now, the other brands, how they do it, I'm not sure. I'm sure they will put on the table some budget, which they're going to go and buy these small bars, right? For sure, they're going to do the formula, which is, again, is a 1980s, 1990 formula.
Absolutely.
Right? For sure that we're going to have that. But for me, I saw that formula with all my career from 2012 to now with Mancino anyway. I've been seeing Diageo and Camparis and Brown Formers and William Grants the same way, all the way through anyway. Pernod Ricard, they go there and they buy the bars with the beefeaters and all of that. So it's been there always. They can do a little bit more, I'm not sure. the guys, they're going to go a little bit more quality and less cheap. And that one I still need to figure out. But I think the model, the system for selling it to approach the bars, I think will be the same way. For me, will be the same way.
Okay.
Can we now spend a bit of time on the category of vermouth? What do you think is the driver for this renaissance to the category, which was for so many years dusty, boring, not cool at all, and basically monopolized by one brand, or maybe duopolized by two brands around the world? And all of that is changing, and it's probably changing in the last 5 years. So what are the drivers for this change?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, we personally, as a Mancino, we did a lot of noise in terms of low ABV aperitivo. There was a lot of confusing, guys. When I was traveling to US and then explained to the people what it was vermouth, even today during the Zoom and the training and everything, people, they still don't know the category. People, they still don't know what is a mean aperitivo in Italy. People still don't know what is aperitivo as a category. So we doing a lot of training in the category itself. And then we move to the marketing point ourselves. And then we tell them how this everything is made. Because people are still confusing that this is using red wine, that one is white wine. It's just like they go so much into details. And now Vermouth di Torino get confused even more, and everybody. So all of that, right? So it's all there. So we keeping the focus of what we've done from day one. We've always been Vermouth di Torino on the back label, on the invoices to export between customs, just to make sure that it's Italian wine, right? So basically, definitely the trend came from few brands. I will include 100% Mancino, because we, in past 5 years, we've been very strongly to create hashtags, low ABV, aperitivo, aperitif, RTDs, drink healthier, less sugar, less this, less that, eyeballs, spritz, but no with liqueurs, but spritz with vermouth, because vermouth is 75%, at least is wine. So we've been also bombarding the social media about it. But definitely the trend then has been helped by the non-alcoholic parts. It's been trending by also gin goes to low ABV, and then the seltzer came in, and all of that has been booming. So I think we are with aromatized world. I think we have the umbrella of this trending is happening at the moment. So between sherry, marsala, ports. So we can expect, guys, any cool ports coming in, a very good marsalas, a very good madeiras. I would love to. So the goal actually on Mancino Vermouth is to expand the portfolio in all 45 wines. So create a port, to create a marsala, to create a sherry, to create all that. This is the idea behind the Mancino brand. That's why we are not having bitter behind. We have not the other things. So it's everything to do with the fortifications, and then we're adding the other things on top. So also the idea of Sprezza, why I haven't created a gin cucumber seltzer or vodka grapefruit seltzer. No, I kept my vermouth inside, because this is something that I discovered in Piemonte, that there used to be a company in 1940, 1950. They used to have a bottle of Prosecco. It looked like a bottle of Prosecco. It was a sparkling vermouth. Can you imagine? That's what the idea came from. That's why I call it Sprezza. And then I say, why should I put this sparkling vermouth into the line of Mancino? I said, let me do something cool. And we have our own facility in Seattle. We canning ourselves. This is all our brands 100%. Yes. We send the bulk to Seattle. Oops. We send the bulk to Seattle, and then we canning ourselves. So this is a trend, basically. Back to you again, Filiberto. It's definitely the brand to be. A little bit luck, I can say. I remember my wife in Hong Kong when I brought the first samples in 2011. I said, vermouth? So do Bristol cream, maybe would be better. Do you remember Bristol cream, guys? So like vermouth, I say, who's gonna drink vermouth, right? And then when I started to show my family, it's like, you know, at the beginning it was like, guys, but I brought 5,000 bottles of Hong no, even 6 months lasted.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you.
And Giancarlo, what about like you mentioned, you know, like you know, some of these classics, you know, like what you were bringing around the world, you know, like all the Negroni and the Martini and all these, let's say, old classics that.
Sure. Yeah, I've been my style of drinking and my style of making cocktails has always been a beautiful glassware, great ice, and 3 or 4 craft spirits. That's been me all the time. I was not a very good fan of big brands. A lot of big brands, they still today don't like me at all because of my past. Because I was doing a lot of noise on no, your brand. And then also because of my little successful, which is happening today, right? So talking about the big brands in Italy, right? So
and what do you think? What do you think, Giancarlo? Like, was it the noise you made and all, you know, and the other craft vermouth that they made to make the, you know, the Negroni, for example, the Americano big again, or was there a trend on the classics that helped the vermouth?
No. Well, let's put it like this. So the main idea I created Mancino is because I was disappointed with the commercial brands. So I couldn't make any more Negroni. When I was in Hong Kong, I started sous vide, Ramazzotti, Fernet, Martini Rosso, Cinzano, sugar, and cinnamon all together, you know, to create my own blend. But there was no vermouth. There was like a vin brûlé or something. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is, no, I know, correct. I was kind of like tasting a little bit more better. But then there I realized, like, you know what? Now I need to go to Piemonte. That's what happened. I went to Italy. I found a producer who does third party. And then that's where I started. But then I stepped in the distillery. I showed them the way I want to go the direction, because nothing to do with that part. I didn't measure investments myself on the machineries and the selection of the quality of products, and that's where we started. So this is the story beyond Mancino. Actually, thanks to Cinzano, Martini, Carpano, Ganja, all of that I am Mancino. Thanks to them, and not because I wake up, I say I want to do vermouth, I want to go against them. No, I brought back or something dusty that Filiberto was saying. I brought back the bloody Vero Aperitivo Italiano. Vero Aperitivo Italiano is not a Campari or Aperol or Prosecco. The only Italian aperitivo, it's the bloody vermouth, guys. Nice. That's what we had. Correct. That's it. That's and I'm not even from Piemonte. You know what I'm saying? So
neither we are.
Correct.
Respect.
Respect. But then when I started, imagine me when I started, and then I brought this 5,000. The producer said to me, "Are you gonna look for some imported in Italy?" It's like, actually, I have some labels that is like for export only. it's like, and then actually my eldest brother said, "Giancarlo, don't do that. I know you don't like Italy. I know you think about it in different way, but don't do that." And then actually this was the eldest brother good thing about
wise guy.
Yeah, correct. And then after that, we launched in 2012 in Hong Kong. This was summer. Then I went to BCB 2012 in Berlin, which I was the only vermouth with a stand. We were like 30 stands. 2012, Berlin, BCB was 30 stands. And it cost me only 3,000 euro to go there. Can you imagine? Go now to get a stand at BCB. We need 20,000 euro. Unbelievable, right? So that's what I launched it. And then in 2013, I already had 8-9 countries. And the first country after Singapore and Spain, it was Italy, and then the Gaia family, Gaia distributing my vermouth in Italy.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's got the value, get the brand, the kind of little bit noise and all that. So I remember the Familia Gaia called me. It's like, we want to have your vermouth in our portfolio from 1977. The only Italian brand is going to be in your portfolio. And then I was like, shit. I think guys really did the good liquid, So again, guys, it's not my grandmother's recipe. My father didn't give me the vignette. My auntie didn't tell me to do no. It's a bartender pissed off with the big brands, with the palette of mixing. Yeah.
Amazing story.
That's on the story. Seriously, I started with 25,000 euro, guys. No debts. Nice. 25,000 euro, take out, boom. It was the same year my wife, I was again married. She told me, make sure you do whatever you want, but make sure you buy the ring bigger than the mother. So basically I didn't vote though, yeah. So it's just like I'm challenging guys.
Yeah, we see your ring, so you managed.
Yeah, no. That's actually, this is just the melting one of hairs. But anyways, that's the story, guys. Should I call myself a little bit lucky? I think so, yes. Because the explosion of the category as well, which is again, I got involved into it as well. But I think it's very happy, and I keep banging and ready to support everybody in our way and not to throw the money away. Actually, there's also
rhyme.
And yeah, so that's it basically.
How about the Bocktailed story? Yeah. Is as sexy as the Mancino Vermouth story? What's the reason behind it?
Actually, to be honest with you, Bocktailed Sprezza, I'm in love. Like, just, you have no idea. Again, this is everything from everything you are in, right?
Show us the Bocktailed so people can see what we're talking about.
Okay, so this is a beautiful 100 ml 50-50 martini for rosewood, the whole rosewood. This is a beautiful Ritz spritz for Ritz-Carlton Tokyo.
Wow.
So basically, this is a spritz that you go to the table and the actual waiter or the butler or the room, and then also behind here is written the way you're going to serve. So here I give you a possibility to add soda only, or you add the Prosecco, or you add the both, whatever you want. So basically, but it's made with Mancino Rinomato. So basically, you have wine and you have a bitter as well, right? So It's not a liquor only. Then we did this one, which is for a airline, which is a Manhattan's. We supposed to start started in March, but we supposed to launch it in Hamburg for the big bars, the big show of the airlines. We have 6 of them. We have from Paloma to Vodka Martini to Negroni, but beautiful, beautiful label. Look at this, guys.
Wow.
Yeah. Then of course also for we do 350 ml. So basically, let me explain to you. Bocktailed, it's a service. It's not a brand. Could be turned to a brand, but I don't want to be a brand because I knew already, especially during this time, everybody bocktail cocktail, right? We do services. We go to companies. We offer bottlings. We offering cap. We offering a design together with your company, and we offering the expertise on the top liquid, top. Okay, and then we build your brand together. And then what we needed just behind is just like a little, making it by Bocktailed and all of that, right? Because it's also logistically has to be worked like that. Who's manufacturing? And we manufacturing in the same facilities of Mancino Vermouth. Okay. Now, actually, next week you will see, and then Filiberto, you will know that very well. I'm launching a strawberry spritz for Franco Pepe.
Wow.
For Franco Pepe in Caiazzo. Amazing, amazing. I don't have it here because it's very, very secret. But next week, we're launching on social medias and everything. It's called a Spritz alla Fragola. And then it's a Mancino Bianco. There is an unnatural aromas from Basilicata with the best strawberries. There is a local limoncello, which is super expensive limoncello. And then also there is a Rinomato, my brand, all together. And then basically, Franco, we go to the table, boom, top up with San Pellegrino, or top up with a sparkling Fiano, or whatever they want to decide to use a Prosecco. We're launching next week. Also, we're launching a couple of more Michelin star in Italy. We're looking for another airlines. We're looking at the Four Seasons APAC. So it's a service. And then I just love it. And then the good part of this, guys, I help friends of mine. I help craft spirits. Here, we don't put Negroni. We put behind the gin, bitter, sweet vermouth. No. We write everything what's inside. And they're starting the relations. There are some brands that give you free products because they want to see these on their lines. For some people, they put the price down. So it's great. It's an open back label on the contracts. It's open everything up to me. So if
actually a platform.
Sorry?
It's even a promotional platform, basically.
Correct. So it's also a platform for the strategic points of marketing for the other brands.
Well done. Congratulations. It's really terrific.
Yeah. So I love it. But then again, Bocktailed started again with the idea of Rosewood. Because in Rosewood, 7 years ago, I implement these amenities in the mini bars. But these amenities, I was leaving the old recipe, how to do it in the hotel. Every bar manager, they will say, mannaggia Giancarlo, ma perché hai fatto questo, no? Like, because the idea was like for every hotels.
In Hong Kong, they will say mannaggia Giancarlo.
No, worldwide, Rosewood, London, all of that. Like means like what the fuck, you know? Right, so it's like basically it was a pain in the ass to do. It was a difficult job for a bar manager to do all that job plus do the cocktail in house to do the amenities. But then I saw the difficulties. It's like, you know what? Well, now I'm going to do it. I'm going to sell to them. That's how I started. So the first order was like a 50, 60,000 bottle. It paid for me the whole startup.
And what do you think, like Giancarlo, like building on this, like what is the biggest added value of something like Bocktailed? You know, apart from Bocktailed itself, you know, like but the pre-batched
for the companies.
For the companies.
Everything.
No, is it for the companies more, or is it for the consumer? So is it more like me at home, I don't want to mix my stuff and I buy a ready-made one, or is it the bar stuff that can, let's say, save costs on bar stuff? Or
Same guys. So can be if I turn that to a brand, which I'm not gonna do it now, but it can be the same thing. So every hotel now has retail shops, right? So you go into Ritz-Carlton, Roppongi or whatever, you go to retail shop downstairs and you see that at the restaurants upstairs they're serving, and then you go to see the rooms. Definitely you buy something you take at home. It's kind of a beautiful POS from the hotel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's when you look at the recipes, it's not like those things you find at the airports, right? So look at the recipe and then you start to try. It's like, oh Jesus, here there's a quality, right? So basically it helps the hotels, helps the brands, helps also the bartenders. Same here, guys. At the beginning with Sprezza, we say on trade we had a little bit difficulties because the bartenders are like, no, I can do an eyeball, I can do a vermouth and soda, and then I would say to them, no, because the carbonization is not the same, guys. I'm sorry. You can put all the best soda, but it's not carbonized. So then why don't make your own Coca-Cola then? Right? So that's what I told them. So the carbonization is one thing. Same here, guys. So here is a consistency, right? F&B managers that we love that in the minibars. So many years that we love to have a little trolley to go around and then serve it directly on the guest. The guest can have as amenities to bring with a little cake or little nuts or side. So it's help for everybody. But because it's a quality, when you see now the other brands that they are doing as a brand, and we don't know what's inside, then it's a question mark, say, shall I buy or not? They can destroy a little bit the category. But Bocktailed as a service, I think it's worth it 100% for everybody.
Yeah, and I think it's a great, when you were talking, I mean, I was thinking it's a great insight, you know, because, you know, like if you open a mini bar and you see a miniature bottle of vodka or whiskey, or, you know, you're not going to open all of them and pour yourself a cocktail.
And then the way we're serving it, we serve in a silver tray, we serve with the ice block, we have the dry orange there already done.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, correct. So it's, but this is not only, also private people. I had a very important people from UK that is like, I want to do a present for my husband. I remember my husband still remember your Boulevardier you used to make in Hong Kong. So can you have your box of Boulevardier? So we made that 1,000 bottle of 350 ml Boulevardier with his name on, with the velvet things and everything. Can be as a private thing as well. Rich people at home, they can have their own martini already made. So that's the target of Bocktailed. We don't gonna go low. So it's an expensive product. It's a bespoke. It's tailor-made, and we can do whatever you want. That's it. We just need a little space on the bottom for security because we're producing, but the rest is all yours. Top, neck label, front, whatever you want. Like here is nothing to do with us. This is 100% Ritz-Carlton. This is 100% Rosewood, yeah? It's your brand.
Amazing story.
Yeah. Really, really good. It's almost as good as the Mancino Vermouth story.
Okay.
Nice. I think it's about time. I mean, we could keep talking to you for hours, but of course, you know.
Yeah, I know. So,
but maybe we'll do another one in 6 months.
Maybe just like one last question, Giancarlo. Like
yes, because I only have a 4% on the battery on the computer.
4%.
A quick question.
So e-commerce, you know, is there a way to go? Imagine like Bocktailed, like is there a way to go global with e-commerce, or no? You don't see that,
guys. Okay, I ask you a question. During the COVID, how much e-commerce you use? We had 3 of us.
Well, I
lot.
I use it a lot. You know, for supermarket, grocery shopping, I do. Yeah.
No. We talk about spirits. No. The rest, yeah.
Spirits, I actually
every day.
I actually ordered.
I talk about our sector.
So last time I did it was 2 months ago for my 40th birthday when I bought two bottles of Mancino. Okay. And I wrote you.
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Fine. You, Alberto? You, Filiberto?
Even less frequently because I actually buy wine mostly because we don't find the wine we like in the store, no. And so
that's what I'm saying. It's right. First of all, it's complicated.
Okay.
Because it's very complicated regarding the excise, the tax.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you are leading brands, you really don't want to go and landing in some platform that you have no clue where it comes from.
Mm.
All right. So regarding Mancino, no way. So, but there was a platform from Piemonte called Piemonte Delight, which I like the guys. It's from Piemonte. They price it. I control the margin. I spoke with the Gaia. I create the whole business thing. I make sure that it's there. I make sure the picture more tailor-made, right? And then if I need to talk with Amazon, it's like take a Mancino. If I need to talk with the Tannico, if I want to talk with this, no. You want to buy it, put it, do whatever you want. But then if I don't like the picture on the website, I call you every single day. You know, that kind of things, right? Definitely depends on what you're looking on a business. Like if I was a wine company with 18 SKUs, yes. But I don't believe in e-commerce for now.
Okay.
It's a fair answer. It makes completely sense. It sounds it's too much effort for what you can get.
It's too much work, too much attention to make sure there's, because, you know, I remember, here's a funny story. I remember about 4 or 5 years ago, Gaia called me and said, Giancarlo, how you can do that? I said, what? I said, we just look in Amazon and then it's like 17 euros. I said, really? I said, but where? In Italy? I was like, okay. So I say, Gaia, there must be somebody that buys from you.
Exactly.
And then I put it on a platform, but can you please go and click and see how much? And it was like 48 euro, right? Then that's killing your brand. Then I went, call them and remove it and na.
So they were selling it under margins.
They were like putting on a platform there because they had the stock and it was like a tabaccheria as well. Can you imagine? So that's what I'm saying. Or you go powerful in e-commerce that you in your warehouse, you put 4 people there, 1 for selling, 1 for delivering, and 1 to deliver. Or if you do this drop, no way. Personally, no way. 1%, gentlemen.
1%. So, Giancarlo, thanks a lot.
Grazie mille.
Grazie tantissimo.